Tom. Welcome to a brand new week. It's Tuesday, as these weeks often start out. Although for the past 2 weeks, I've been starting this on Wednesday, and in fact, it's already gone up, so I've got no control over it. I could take it down and re-edit it. But anyway, 2 weeks ago, I put that it was Wednesday the 19th of February, when in fact it was actually Wednesday the 20th. Whoops. But it's neither here nor there. Today, let's see. I did a very short stream today because I had a lot I need to get done today. Played some Tetris 99. I managed to get into the top 10 3 different times, and even making it up to the number 3 slot of like the ranks and whatnot. And the 2 people that beat me out in that game were also similar levels. So like, you know, I wasn't getting crushed by some veteran of the game, and I wasn't getting the shaft end of beginner's luck. It was a battle of it was an even battle, as I'd like to say. Although out of 3, I got third, but out of 99, I got third. So you could say that I actually was on the first place team out of 33. So in your face. But anywho, after I streamed, I say anywho a lot. I noticed that when I'm editing this. But I finished up my stream, and then I started editing. I've got finished the vlog from 2 weeks ago, and that one actually required a little bit extra editing. Not for like content reasons, but because I'm starting to like fiddle around with like adding different content in and like editing stuff out, like me going It's a lot lighter. It's pretty light in terms of that on this vlog, but I talk about like Inuyasha, and I mentioned that bumper from Adult Swim where they keep shouting their names over and over again. And so I included that. And then, or part of it anyway. Then there was the Dreamlog bit, where I had to learn how to do that wave motion thing, and I made the logo for the Dreamlog, which literally was just a picture of a log that I added a Photoshop filter over, and then found a dreamy-looking font to write Dreamlog over. Oh man, I can't wait to use that again, just because I like I like having the Dreamlog stuff. Oh boy. So yeah, I still have one vlog left to edit, which is last week's, and I also want to get done the stream highlights, because the finale of Super Mario Sunshine went out today, and I don't have anything for tomorrow, so I at least want to get that out. And then tomorrow being Wednesday, I would normally stream, but I'm not streaming tomorrow because Chilled and them wanted to record something, so I'm going to record something with them. Then I'll be back. And because it's a recording day generally, I'll also record some other stuff, like some solo stuff. And I'm thinking probably, you'll know by the time this comes out, but I'm thinking of finishing off the Crash Bandicoot trilogy, because I did 1 and 2, and I might as well do 3. Part of the reason I sort of took a break from it was because, like, I'm sure people were getting sick of my constant bitching about the Aku Aku masks, like the pity masks, and the pity checkpoints, which I'm still very angry about. And I'm hoping that Crash 3 fixes, but we'll find out very shortly on that. And if so, oh boy, you could bet for another rousing round of anger of, why didn't they make this optional? I've actually grown more appreciative of the other, like, skip this level or make this level easier sort of options in games, in the fact that in those games, it's optional. In Crash Bandicoot, it's not. They just force upon you, making it easier, because they're like, okay, come on, speed it up, let's go. And it's like, and I'm a very prideful human being. I want to take pride in the fact that I won this without any aid from the game, without any pity from the game. So, yeah. Here's hoping that Crash 3 sort of fixes that little problem that the first 2 games have. It is Thursday, and I ended up at a place that I didn't think I was going to end up today. I went out to do some errands. I still have to go grocery shopping, but went to pick up some games to expand the N64 collection, and found myself at a local Smash tournament. So, so far so good. I won my first match. Double elimination, so hopefully the rest of my matches go well here. And I did manage to expand the collection a little bit more. I got some more N64 games in that regard. But man, I was considering like just grabbing my games and leaving, and then it was just like, you know what? I'll stay and play. So that's what I'll do. So the tournament came to an end. I lost pretty handedly. I lost in the second round of the winners finals. Then I won, or the winners finals, winners bracket. Then I lost in my second match in the losers bracket, so I was out relatively quickly. Not as fast as some of the other competitors, though. I think I did a pretty good job. Anyway, though, funny thing about that tournament, it was actually put on by a bunch of high schoolers, and they basically organized. I was talking to some of them. They basically said that they have I think it's called like Project Week, they call it. And where basically they just like take on a project from like anything they want, and since like they didn't think their teachers would be satisfied with them just playing video games for a week, they decided to host a Smash Brothers tournament. So they managed to get the venue, and a lot of people contributed things like food and like monitors and switches and whatnot. And they were able to put this whole thing on, and like the venue's great. Like I go to that. I mean, probably not great for a tournament, but I go to that shop often. It's Game Over Video Games. To peruse their N64 collection because of what I'm trying to complete for myself. I think with what I just bought today, between the two stores I went to, I'm at around 100 video games. But anyway, so I hosted their stuff on Twitch, and I spread the word about it on Twitter, and they did a pretty good job of keeping the crowd frosty. I think like a big issue I think that anybody's gonna have, like, it definitely was their sort of, I guess, inaugural time commentating, because the energy was a little bit low. But, you know, that's just, you have to find your stage presence at that point. You know, you can't just, like, immediately get it. You have to practice for it. Anywho, once the tournament ended, the tournament basically ended when the shop closed. Came over here to Torchy's Tacos. Got myself a nice, I believe it's just like a portobello taco, like a fried portobello taco. And what is basically knockoff Dr. Pepper, but I don't want to call it knockoff because it's better than Dr. Pepper. It's just pretty damn good. After this, though, not entirely sure what. Probably gonna head back home and stream a little bit. I haven't gotten my fill of Smash Brothers yet, so I'll probably stream some Smash Bros with viewers, and then probably after that head to bed. I actually did a pretty good job getting up early this morning. I woke up at 10 a.m. My goal is 9 a.m., but 10 a.m. works out, you know, all the same. And I went running this morning too, so that's two things off my healthy to-do list that I need to get done. So anyway, I'm gonna eat my taco. It is Friday, and well, yesterday after I got home from the Smash Brothers tournament, I came home and streamed more Smash Bros. Mostly because, like, when I was playing there, I was like, I should really start playing Smash Bros again, and also the fact that I got handedly beaten by people who were very much better than me was a little bit of a downer. But, you know, these things happen, and there's probably going to be, like, much more competitive players there than I am. A lot of them younger, a lot of them with the time to play these games, whereas with me, that's like, you know, 20% playing games and, like, 80% back end for me. But anyway, but I'm just coming up with excuses. After I came home, actually, I started setting up this thing that I got, which is currently hooked into my computer right now. It's right there. That's the I/O data USB. What was it? Is the GV USB 2? It's an S video capture card. It's a very tiny thing, but it has no delay pass through. So basically what that means is that it's just running straight from my consoles into my computer, and I see it on the screen, and there's no delay between what's actually happening in the game and what I see on the screen. So, yeah, that's really awesome. I'm running into a couple of problems here or there, but it's mostly quality of life issues. Basically, like, I want to use this for streams, but the way I have it set up is that I have it so OBS feeds the audio from my capture cards out through the desktop, but the controller for the audio is within the capture cards themselves. The USB 2 there, the GV USB 2, it doesn't have any internal volume control. So if I did that, then it would always be playing at max volume, and if I lowered desktop audio, it would lower the audio of everything else that used desktop audio, like notifications. And I don't want to do that. So, well, a couple problems here or there. On top of that, if I lower the volume for the stream, it doesn't actually lower the volume in my ears, so it'll still be blaring at full volume. And I'd have to deal with that. but it's something that I'd have to like work around a little bit. Maybe like if I got a mixer, like a physical mixer that I could feed different audio things into, then that'd be a little bit better. But for now, I just got to work with what I got right now. Anywho, today I'm going to be doing a little bit of adulting. I was going to do some adulting yesterday, but I ended up playing Smash Brothers with a bunch of high schoolers. I'm going grocery shopping, and once my grocery shopping is done, I'm going to say screw adulting. I'm going to a South by Southwest party. It's being hosted by a company called Mythical Games, it looks like. And it's like, I guess it's sort of like the South by Southwest gaming, like, sort of launch party. So, I think that's going to be a lot of fun, I think. I'm going to head down there probably around, like, 6 or 7, depending on when I get my grocery shopping done. And, yeah, that'll be a grand old time. And, we'll be sure to get some vlog footage while we're there. And hopefully the next time you see me, I won't be too intoxicated. Great time out here.
But how great is your time?
Pretty good. It is Sunday. Sunday. After Friday, I had to take a day for recovery. I streamed as well when I got back from my night at debauchery with the boys. Basically just streamed my oldest. Last time I did that, I streamed the first season of Smash Fighter, which was my first ever foray into doing any sort of anything YouTube at all. And on Friday night, I ended up streaming. What was it called? I ended up streaming the first Let's Play related thing I ever did, which was a Minecraft Let's Play with my old college roommate Adam, where we tried to find. Basically, it was a 4-part series. We played for about an hour, and we just tried to find diamonds. We never actually found a node for diamonds. We just found it in a chest. So I guess spoiler alerts for a 8-year-old Let's Play at this point. But anyway, yesterday I just took the day to recover. I think I streamed Mario Golf that day. But yeah, I streamed some Mario Golf. That was fun. Mario Golf for the N64 is a lot harder than I remember it being. It's pretty bad. But you know, I'm nostalgic to it. So I'm still willing to give it a shot for future streams and whatnot. Oh man, but yeah, that was basically a nothing day. I got up relatively early. Showered and then streamed some more Paper Mario. I beat Chapter 5, and that was pretty much it. Now I'm down here in the lovely living room here. Having myself a sandwich. I made myself a turkey sandwich with lettuce or spinach, tomato, and sriracha. And those are these are like cheddar and onion ruffles. Really good. And I will admit, I'm watching more Inuyasha right now. And I gotta say, it has gotten better. The first few episodes didn't impress me, but it's one of those ones where I stuck with it, and it has gotten better. So I'm like, you know what? I'm okay with it for now. Either that, or I have Stockholm Syndrome with this, since I've stuck with it for almost 30 episodes at this point. In terms of what's going on in the future, I can't really think of much. I wanted to try to get up early tomorrow so I can get to the gym, because I haven't been able to wake up early enough to get to the gym. It's a 24-hour gym, but I don't want to go at night and then be like hopped up on adrenaline for at midnight. So I'll try to get to bed early. I'll try to wake up early, and I will try to hit up the gym. I think that'd be a good idea, don't you? It is Monday, and in terms of what I did today, mostly just recorded Crash Bandicoot. I started up the series of Crash Bandicoot Insane Trilogy again. This time I'm doing Crash 3 because I did 1 and 2 before, pretty much in a row. And now I'm doing 3, and that's going to be the end of that. Maybe at some point I'll do the Spyro Trilogy as well, but currently just want to get that out of the way. And I also need videos for the following week. For like, because next weekend is PAX East, and I need to get a bunch of videos out. And I'm gonna be gone for like a full week at that point. Oh, there's a crane flying here. Yeah. On top of that, my wrist has been hurting a little bit, so I have this brace. I've just been like, keeping it still and whatnot. And when I feel I gotta take it out and do some stretches with my wrist. Hopefully it'll feel better soon. However, I am gonna schedule a doctor's appointment because I do want to also get a physical. As I have not gotten one since before I moved to Texas, I believe. So maybe, who knows, maybe I got that rattlesnake fever. I don't think there might be rattlesnakes in Texas. I don't know. I'm not terribly concerned with accuracy at this point. But anywho, in terms of that, PAX is going to be interesting because honestly, I just go to conventions nowadays to see friends that I can only really communicate with online. So, there is the prospect of seeing friends that I only get to see a handful of times a year from going to PAX. I'm also heading home during that time. I'm going to take a few days before PAX, head back home to Connecticut, and then when PAX ends up coming around, I'm going to take a train up to Boston and spend the weekend for PAX. So there's that. Google introduced something interesting today. They announced their own gaming platform, and from what I can tell, it seems interesting in theory, but I don't know how it's going to work out in practice. Because the way they were saying it is that it's going to be more like a streaming service for games, I think. It's really weird to think about. I'll have to look a little bit more into it because I didn't exactly get the gist of it. I kind of like the look of the controller that they showed off, but it's a little bit more confusing. That it kind of looks like a PlayStation controller. It looks like if an Xbox controller and a PlayStation controller merged because of like where the positioning of the sticks are and like all the buttons toward the middle of the controller. And then they're like talking about how it basically will have like seamless integration with like YouTube videos and whatnot. And I think they also said they were trying to push for like 4K 60 FPS. And they also mentioned something about like how like through the internet you'd be able to use other people's computers or like a server or something like that. Basically, that like a server would be doing some rendering for your game as well as your computer. I don't know if that was planned at launch, but they talked about that for the future, and that'll be very interesting to look at because some gaming streaming services are interesting in that regard, where the game like PlayStation Now is kind of like that actually, where the game isn't actually on your system, you're playing it on a system or like something farther away. And I remember I tried out PlayStation Now a few years ago and it wasn't great. There was a lot of latency for like when I hit a button versus what happened in the game. And like maybe not that much, but definitely noticeable. And so I'm sure if you're like living in a place with like poor internet, you're not going to be able to play games in the way that like Google's trying to do here with like the whole, like I don't know, it might be like part from your machine, part from elsewhere, and that could just be for like graphics alone. But there was also a video I saw that went around online where a guy was playing, I think he was playing a demo of Assassin's Creed. And he hit jump 3 times. He hit jump and nothing happened. Jump and then finally the guy went up onto a pillar. So we'll have to see. Maybe that's just like a sort of a test demo there. I'm very what's the word I'm looking for? Suspicious of newer things. Like I definitely want to see how they work, but I also don't want to just blindly be like, this is gonna be the greatest thing ever. So yeah, there's that. Anywho, kind of taking the rest of the night to chill out a little bit here. Probably gonna throw on some other episodes of Inuyasha. Maybe make some tea. and like a sandwich, and just enjoy my night. So, with that said, I hope to see you all next week. Later!